As an orthopedic surgeon with decades of experience, I've seen countless senior patients walk into my office, their faces often etched with worry. They describe nagging joint pain, unexpected tumbles, or a disheartening creeping weakness in their very limbs. And often, to their surprise, the root cause isn't merely a lack of exercise or an inadequate diet. No, it's frequently a common food they've been regularly consuming for years, a food often innocently believed to be wholesome, even beneficial. What a vast majority of seniors don't realize is that some of these seemingly innocuous, everyday foods consumed by millions over the age of 60 possess a stealthy power to subtly erode precious muscle mass, contribute to debilitating joint stiffness, and ultimately sabotage their fundamental mobility. These particular foods don't always trigger immediate, obvious side effects. The insidious nature of their harm means that, over extended periods, they can profoundly diminish your body's inherent strength and significantly compromise your cherished independence. In today's vital video, I'm going to pull back the curtain and reveal 4 of the most deceptive and dangerous foods that may be secretly dismantling your muscle health right beneath your nose, without you even realizing it. This isn't about creating fear. On the contrary, it's about arming you with crucial, life-altering awareness. If you, or someone incredibly dear to your heart, is over 60 and consistently consuming what appears to be harmless kitchen staples, then it is absolutely imperative that you watch this entire presentation until the very last second. The food I will pinpoint as number 1 on this list is not only the most detrimental to your muscles, but it is also one of the most ubiquitously consumed items on dinner tables worldwide. I'm not here to instruct you to abruptly cease consuming anything without proper medical guidance, but you unequivocally deserve to be empowered with the complete truth. So with that understanding, let's commence our discussion, starting with food number 4. 4 foods secretly destroying your senior muscles. 4. Processed cereals, the hidden sugar trap that starves your strength. Those colorful boxes of processed cereals, often gleaming from supermarket shelves, promise a quick and easy start to your day. They are frequently adorned with bold claims of added vitamins or whole grains. However, beneath this veneer of convenience and health marketing, these seemingly innocuous breakfast options harbor a profound silent threat to your very muscle strength, particularly for older adults. Their primary and most insidious danger lies deeply embedded in their excessive sugar content and highly refined carbohydrates. A shocking number of these breakfast foods contain astonishingly large quantities of hidden sugars, which, upon consumption, trigger a rapid and dramatic surge in your blood sugar levels. When your blood sugar experiences these frequent and intense spikes, your body enters a frantic battle to restore balance. Over an extended period, your cells can gradually become resistant to insulin, the critical hormone responsible for ushering sugar, your body's main fuel, into your cells for energy. This escalating insulin resistance is not merely a precursor to type 2 diabetes, it's a direct highway to muscle wasting, a condition scientifically termed sarcopenia. Imagine your muscles as an army needing constant, stable fuel. When blood sugar levels are constantly swinging wildly, it's like trying to fuel an army with intermittent, erratic bursts of energy. Studies have definitively shown that seniors with inadequately managed blood sugar frequently experience a significantly accelerated rate of muscle decline, precisely because their bodies struggle to properly fuel, sustain, and repair their vital muscle tissue. This isn't just about the unwelcome addition of extra weight, it's about systematically depriving your muscles of the consistent energy they absolutely require to remain robust and functional. Furthermore, the extensive processing these cereals undergo often strips them bare of much-needed dietary fiber, as well as essential natural vitamins and minerals. Without an adequate intake of fiber, your delicate digestive system struggles immensely, directly impacting the efficient absorption of crucial nutrients, the very building blocks your muscles depend on to thrive. The rapid and inevitable energy crash that invariably follows a sugar spike can leave you feeling profoundly fatigued, sluggish, and far less inclined to engage in physical activity. This, regrettably, creates a detrimental cycle where inactivity itself actively accelerates muscle loss. As an orthopedic surgeon, I've listened to countless patients who habitually rely on these cereals express deep frustration, complaining of feeling perpetually exhausted despite genuinely believing they are eating enough. They feel their muscles just don't want to work. While an occasional, Small bowl of these cereals might not prove catastrophic. Elevating them to the status of a daily staple can subtly yet relentlessly undermine the very foundation of your muscle health over years. So I strongly urge you to meticulously examine the nutrition labels on every box. Prioritize cereals with an absolute minimum of added sugar and a significantly higher fiber content. Better yet, embrace natural alternatives such as hearty rolled oats or robust steel-cut oats. These provide a far more gradual and sustained release of energy, coupled with ample fiber, genuinely nourishing your muscles from within. Your crucial morning fuel should actively contribute to building you up, not clandestinely working to break down your hard-earned strength. 3. White bread and refined pasta, the empty carb culprits that sap your muscle power. White bread, its various refined pasta counterparts, and a myriad of similar baked goods have long held a cherished place in our diets, often evoking a comforting sense of familiarity. They are undeniably convenient, remarkably versatile, and possess a palatable taste that many find appealing. Yet, for older adults, these seemingly innocuous dietary staples can, in fact, serve as significant and persistent contributors to insidious muscle weakness and systemic inflammation. Their fundamental danger arises from their nature as highly processed carbohydrates, meticulously stripped bare of the vast majority of their inherent nutritional value. When you consume slices of fluffy white bread or a serving of refined pasta, your digestive system, with alarming speed, dismantles them into their most basic components, simple sugars. This extraordinarily swift conversion leads to another immediate and pronounced surge in your blood sugar levels, mirroring the detrimental spikes we discussed concerning processed cereals. This relentless roller coaster effect of fluctuating blood sugar levels imposes immense and constant stress upon your body's intricate metabolic system. Over time, this ceaseless demand can severely worsen insulin resistance, making it progressively more arduous for your muscle cells to efficiently absorb and judiciously utilize glucose for their vital energy requirements. Picture this. Your muscles are perpetually signaling hunger, yet the energy you're providing them is delivered in such a chaotic and unmanaged fashion that they are fundamentally unable to harness it properly. This inevitably leads to a slow but inexorable decline in their functional capacity and overall mass, directly fueling the progression of sarcopenia. Moreover, a critical point to understand is that refined grains are largely devoid of the essential fiber, crucial vitamins, and vital minerals that their whole grain counterparts abundantly offer. These missing nutrients include the entire spectrum of B vitamins, magnesium, and iron, all of which are absolutely indispensable for efficient energy production, robust nerve function, and overall optimal muscle health. A pronounced lack of fiber also severely compromises the health of your gut, and a healthy, flourishing gut is increasingly being recognized by scientific research as profoundly vital for both superior nutrient absorption and the effective reduction of systemic inflammation. And this inflammation can directly attack and degrade muscle integrity. Chronic, low-grade inflammation, an unwelcome guest often exacerbated by diets laden with refined carbohydrates, possesses the nefarious capability to actively instigate the breakdown of your precious muscle tissue. As an orthopedic surgeon, I consistently advise my patients to perceive these particular foods as empty calories when the focus is squarely on muscle health. While they might provide a fleeting sense of fullness, they fundamentally fail to deliver the sustained, profound nourishment that your aging muscles so desperately crave. I strongly urge you to consider substituting white bread with hearty, fiber-rich whole grain varieties. Opt for brown rice and whole wheat pasta over their refined counterparts. Better yet, explore the rich culinary world of ancient grains such as protein-packed quinoa or robust farro, both of which offer superior profiles of protein, fiber, and an abundance of micronutrients, all of which actively contribute to bolstering your muscular strength. Your daily carbohydrate choices should serve as steadfast allies, not clandestine saboteurs, in your unwavering battle against muscle loss. 2. Conventional dairy products, excessive consumption, the inflammatory overload that stifles muscle repair. Dairy products, milk, cheese, and yogurt, are widely celebrated for their undeniable richness in calcium and protein, both of which are undeniably essential for the structural integrity of our bones and the vitality of our muscles. However, for a significant number of seniors, particularly those who consume these items in substantial quantities, certain conventional dairy products can subtly, yet significantly contribute to systemic inflammation and bothersome digestive issues. These issues, in turn, can indirectly, but powerfully, undermine the very foundation of muscle health. This isn't a blanket condemnation of all dairy. Rather, it's a nuanced understanding of how specific types of dairy can interact unfavorably with the delicate balance of an aging body. The paramount concern associated with the excessive intake of conventional dairy products, particularly for individuals over 60 years of age, frequently revolves around two key factors: potential lactose intolerance and the inherent presence of certain proteins, most notably casein A1. As we gracefully navigate the process of aging, a considerable number of individuals experience a diminished capacity to efficiently digest lactose, the natural sugar found in milk. This physiological change can regrettably manifest as uncomfortable digestive symptoms such as bloating, persistent gas, and even bouts of diarrhea. A digestive system that is chronically troubled or struggling is inherently less efficient at meticulously absorbing the vital nutrients, including the very proteins and vitamins that are absolutely critical for the meticulous maintenance and robust growth of muscle mass. If your gut is perpetually inflamed or facing digestive challenges, your muscles will inevitably be deprived of the essential building blocks they require, thereby accelerating the onset and progression of sarcopenia. Beyond the complexities of lactose, a growing body of scientific research suggests that casein A1, a specific protein predominantly found in the milk produced by certain breeds of cows, which are common in conventional dairy farming, possesses the capacity to trigger distinct inflammatory responses in individuals who are genetically predisposed or sensitive. Chronic low-grade inflammation, often likened to a smoldering fire within the body, is recognized as an insidious and pervasive enemy of muscle tissue. This internal fire can actively instigate the breakdown of delicate muscle fibers and tragically impede their natural and vital repair processes. This means that while you might conscientiously be consuming protein derived from dairy, if that consumption is concurrently inciting inflammation or obstructing efficient nutrient absorption, the overall net effect on your muscles could, ironically, be detrimental. I have personally witnessed countless patients who, with the best intentions, consumed conventional dairy products daily, mistakenly believing they were exclusively supporting bone health. Yet, these same individuals would frequently voice complaints of persistent joint stiffness, pervasive fatigue, and a general inexplicable feeling of malaise. While dairy products in appropriate contexts can undoubtedly offer beneficial nutrients for some individuals, they are by no means a universal panacea for all. This is especially true if your unique body struggles to process them efficiently. If you harbor even a suspicion that conventional dairy might be contributing to your health challenges, particularly concerning muscle or joint comfort, I strongly urge you to consider making a transition. Explore viable alternatives, such as lactose-free versions of dairy, the increasingly available A2 milk, which contains a different type of casein, or a diverse range of plant-based milks like almond, oat, or pea protein milk, always ensuring these alternatives are properly fortified with essential calcium and vitamin D. Furthermore, fermented dairy products such as kefir or traditional unsweetened yogurt, assuming they are well tolerated, may prove to be significantly easier on your digestive system due to their natural probiotic content. The overarching objective is to meticulously supply your body with the muscle-supporting nutrients it unequivocally needs, without inadvertently triggering a cascade of inflammation or creating unnecessary digestive distress. Your meticulously chosen protein sources should unfailingly nourish your body, never creating internal conflict, especially at a stage in life where every single ounce of muscle strength is precious and paramount. 1. Highly processed vegetable oils, the silent inflammatory killer that devours muscle. This is it, the most treacherous and pervasively consumed food item that is relentlessly, yet silently, undermining the strength of countless senior muscles across the globe. Highly processed vegetable oils. You might find this revelation genuinely astonishing, given that these particular oils, including soybean, corn, sunflower, and canola oil, are virtually ubiquitous. They are found lurking in almost every packaged food product, pervading the menus of countless restaurants, and even forming the basis of many home-cooked meals, frequently marketed with misleading labels such as heart-healthy or light. However, for older adults, their pervasive and unchallenged consumption poses a significant, often invisible threat to the very foundation of their muscle health. The paramount danger inherent in these oils stems primarily from their profoundly imbalanced omega-6 fatty acid content and the aggressive methods employed in their processing. While omega-6 fatty acids are indeed essential for numerous bodily functions, the typical modern diet contains an overwhelmingly disproportionate ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. This severe imbalance, overwhelmingly skewed by the liberal use of processed vegetable oils, aggressively fuels systemic inflammation throughout the entire body. Chronic inflammation is not merely a nuisance, it is an insidious, relentless adversary of your muscle tissue. It directly contributes to the accelerated breakdown of muscle fibers, tragically impedes their vital repair processes, and inexorably accelerates the onset and progression of sarcopenia. Imagine it as a persistent, low-grade fire relentlessly consuming your muscle fibers from within, rendering it incredibly challenging for them to recover, rebuild, and grow stronger. Furthermore, it is critical to understand that the majority of these vegetable oils undergo an extensive and harsh processing regimen. This often includes high-heat refining, chemical bleaching, and aggressive deodorizing. This brutal process, ironically designed to make the oils more stable and palatable, can inadvertently create highly detrimental trans fats and oxidized compounds. These toxic byproducts serve as potent fuel for inflammation and generate damaging free radicals within your system. These free radicals then proceed to inflict cellular damage throughout your body, including directly harming your delicate muscle cells, thereby impeding their ability to function at their optimal level. Over time, this cumulative cellular damage leads to a measurable reduction in overall muscle strength, an increase in persistent fatigue, and a marked deceleration in recovery times, even after minimal physical activity. I have personally observed countless patients struggling with perplexing, unexplained weakness and chronic pervasive aches, and upon a meticulous review of their dietary habits, these highly processed oils consistently emerged as a major common denominator. These specific oils also possess an inherent instability when subjected to heat, particularly the high temperatures commonly used for frying. This instability regrettably generates even more inflammatory byproducts. If you are habitually consuming fried foods or commercially prepared snacks that rely heavily on these oils, you are inadvertently contributing to a constant internal state of inflammation. This inflammation is not passive, it is actively working against every effort you make to maintain or regain your muscle strength. The solution to this hidden threat is not merely important, it is absolutely crucial. You must significantly minimize your intake of highly processed vegetable oils. Instead, make a conscious and deliberate shift towards healthier fats that are inherently rich in beneficial monounsaturated or omega-3 fatty acids. Opt for premium extra virgin olive oil for culinary applications involving lower temperatures or for crafting nutritious salad dressings. Incorporate nutrient-dense avocado oil for cooking methods that require higher heat. Actively increase your consumption of foods naturally abundant in omega-3 fatty acids, such as fatty fish, like wild-caught salmon and small, robust sardines, or nutrient-packed seeds, such as chia seeds and flax seeds. Prioritize whole unprocessed foods whenever and wherever possible, as these intrinsically contain healthier and more balanced fat profiles. Your chosen cooking oil should never be a clandestine enemy lurking in your pantry. It should consistently serve as a vibrant source of nourishment, actively bolstering your aging body. This conscious dietary change represents one of the most common yet surprisingly simple mistakes in senior diets that can, without exaggeration, have a profound and transformative impact on your muscular vitality. Now let's bring together all the critical insights we've uncovered today with a final, empowering thought. If you are over 60 years of age and regularly consume any of the foods we've meticulously discussed, I am absolutely not advocating for you to abruptly cease their consumption without first consulting a qualified medical professional. However, I am unequivocally urging you to engage in an open and honest conversation with your doctor or a registered dietitian. While these foods might appear innocuous or even beneficial due to pervasive marketing efforts, when consumed frequently or in substantial quantities, they possess a quiet yet potent ability to undermine your invaluable muscle health. As an orthopedic surgeon who has witnessed the progression of countless lives, I've observed far too many seniors grappling with the debilitating realities of frequent falls, severely limited mobility, and a diminished overall quality of life. This decline is not solely attributable to the natural process of aging, but is often a direct consequence of the cumulative, detrimental effects of their long-term dietary choices. The overarching objective here isn't to instill fear, it is profoundly about prevention and empowerment. Armed with the right awareness and supported by informed guidance, you possess the capacity to vigilantly protect your muscles, steadfastly maintain your strength, and ultimately live a longer, far more active and fulfilling life. And always remember, practical tools like a personal food journal or a dedicated health tracking app can serve as invaluable allies. They can meticulously help you identify these hidden dietary pitfalls and empower you to make more deliberate and informed choices to rigorously safeguard your muscle health every single day. The present moment is unequivocally the time to seize control of your well-being. Remain diligently informed, stay perpetually alert, and never ever hesitate to pose probing questions about the foods you are regularly consuming. Your muscles are far too important to be ignored. If you found this comprehensive video to be beneficial, please share it widely with your loved ones who stand to gain from this vital knowledge. And critically, subscribe for more life-saving advice meticulously tailored for seniors just like you. Take excellent care of yourselves and remember to stay robustly muscle strong.